your Storm Track weather with meteorologist Christina Reese.
Good evening, Northeast Kansas. Thanks for joining us here on KSNT News. For the first time in a while, we're seeing clear skies outside of the Prairie Band Casino in Mayetta right now, and a beautiful end to the day now that we're seeing that sunset a little bit earlier as well. Seeing fairly clear conditions outside of the Little Apple, and we're finally starting to see that move into the capital city as well, but we're starting to cool down. We're back down to 48 degrees, which is technically our new low for today. We did manage to briefly hit 55 earlier with some breaks in the cloud cover, but most of us have been stuck in the 40s and 50s, and that's where we are right now across Northeast Kansas. 48 is the case for Burlington as well as Emporia, 50 on the dot for the Little Apple in Junction City. We're already down to 45 degrees in Marysville. Now, this is pretty much where we woke up this morning temperature-wise. Can't say the same come tomorrow morning, though. Future track shows just this push of cool air that sinks in from north to south, especially those close to that Kansas-Nebraska border. You could actually fall all the way back into the upper 20s, but most of us will walk out the door tomorrow morning to temperatures in the 30s. Now, it will be a colder start to your day, but overall, it's going to feel pretty similar to today. Highs will max out once again with a mix of 40s and maybe even some low 50s in the mix by Monday afternoon. Checking in with satellite and radar shows that generally clearing trend finally as that cloud cover breaks apart and moves its way from north to south. Some lingering clouds along I-70 right now in the turnpike, but overall we'll keep some of that cloud cover for tonight, but we'll see more clear skies in the mix than we have the past couple of nights. Now, we are keeping a close eye on this minor disturbance starting to stream off of the Rockies there. You can see it in southern Nebraska. This could impact some of our northern areas, and as those temperatures take a tumble below freezing there, we could actually see maybe a flurry or two, and future track generally starts to pick up on that. Otherwise, we'll see some cloud cover move in. Notice it's keeping it right along the Kansas-Nebraska border. Generally speaking, we could see a flurry or two to the north of I-70, but it is an ever so slight chance, and we're talking possibly while many of us are still sleeping. Otherwise, most of us will just see an increasing in cloud cover for the morning before that starts to thin out and dissipate throughout the day on Monday. But even looking ahead to Tuesday, we have another minor disturbance we'll be looking at, a slightly better chance of maybe a few snowflakes mixing in before this starts to transition into a few light showers. But overall, another isolated chance in the mix. For tonight, though, nothing more than maybe a flurry or two. Again, best shot of that will be areas to the north of I-70, but overall it's going to be a chilly one here in the capital city. We are calling for a low of 35 degrees. A final check at your KSNT Storm Track 7-day forecast shows 40s will be where we'll be at for the next few days in terms of daytime highs falling back into the 30s and 20s. So as you head out the door during the morning hours through this week, it's going to be one you'll want to bundle up for. Now, as we get into the second half of the week, that's when we start to really see just predominantly dry conditions return across the board. Better chances of sunshine as we get back into the 50s as well, but already looking ahead to possibly any Veterans Day plans you may have for next Saturday, you may be dodging some raindrops in the mix as well.